So right now we're talking about the Quattros. The Quattros have been out for a couple years, and we've got some new stuff, but we're also going to go over all the features that make this just about the most versatile light on the market. So first up, what is a Quattro? The Quattro is going to be a 3.5-inch light engine that you can use in a multitude of different places. So when we started this, we designed this light engine to fit into fog light housings. It fits into all of your standard fog light housings and looks like it was OE. 3.5 inches, light engine, and then we built the light engine, we built the exoskeleton around the light engine. This is the exoskeleton. Replaceable, customizable, do whatever you want with it, and it actually ducts air into the heatsink. So it's not just for looks, but it does look really cool. So when you say, well, exoskeleton, yeah. So you can see up here on the top row, if you beat the crap out of your lights, then you get a new exoskeleton. Oh, you want to paint it to match your vehicle? Cool, paint it to match your vehicle. Now you've got your light engine without the housing, and then you go put the exoskeleton back on, and you've got essentially a brand new light. Because the LEDs never wear out. What happens is you wear out the lights, you wear out the finish, you hit it on too many trees, blasting through the forest or the desert, hit one too many cactus in Baja. But hey, you can replace the exoskeleton and you've got essentially a new looking light. So let's talk about performance. The NACHO Quattros are going to be wired with 4 wires. You've got one common ground wire, then you've got a dedicated wire for your trail running light. The trail running light is what we're looking at here. There's actually 8 LEDs inside of each one of these things, and they are used so you can actually see it during the day. That's why we call it our trail running light. It's not a daytime running light. You can actually see it at any time. It makes your vehicle look very, very unique, different than any other backlight on the market. And then we've got another that is going to be a dedicated low beam. And that is going to give you the bottom half of every light. And depending on what model you've got, some of those could be an SAE legal fog light. Some of those could be a beautiful 45-degree drive beam, and some of them could just be a low beam spot. So then you've got your 4th wire, and your 4th wire is going to give you all on. So from a power standpoint, you've got 30 watts on the bottom and then 30 watts on the top, so 60 watts combined. So you've got a 30-watt low beam and a 60-watt high beam. So all of these are going to have the same functionality and wiring. Now, from a model standpoint, you've got the flood, the combo, the spot, and then the SAE. The SAE, of course, is going to be your street legal fog light on the bottom. But what's really cool is that fog light is aimed down about 5 degrees. Legally, you have to have the fog light cut off right on the horizon, but you don't want your spot beam pointing the same direction. So we optically engineered this beam to go down, and the spot is up on the horizon where you want it. Same thing with the flood, because we took that same flood beam and then took the restrictor plate out for street legal. Now you've got this beautiful light that goes down for a camp light. Let's say you mount on the side of your van. You've got this camp light, then you flip the switch, and now the beam doubles in vertical height. So you've got this low beam down, and then the high beam is tilted up. So we're the only light on the market that actually doubles the vertical width of the beam. It's not just a high-low that gets brighter. We're actually shining light in different places. We talked a little bit about the light engine, all the different things you can do with it. So you've got this light engine. Well, we sell fog kits for all late model Toyotas, everything Jeep, JK, and newer. And then the new Broncos, the multiple Bronco bumpers. This, of course, is a Toyota fog kit. We just added the bezel for the display. But you can see there's a very nice silicone ring inside that fills that out. And of course, the light engine is designed to fit in that housing. It doesn't look like it was a square hole that square light that we're trying to fit into a round hole. We also offer flush mount kits. The flush mount kits are really cool because we sell them separately, so you don't have to stock flush mount lights separately. You just stock one set of Quattros, whatever you want. And then the flush mount kit is the only flush mount on the market that actually tilts once it's in. It's toolless from the back, so you don't have to put the nut on and then hold the wrench up there. You just assemble the light, hold the light up, hit it with your ooga-dooga, and all of a sudden the light's going to be installed. The coolest part about the flush mount is the fact that it installs with a 3.5-inch hole saw. So you can order a hole saw from your favorite Amazon, drill a hole in your bumper, hold it up, toolless from the back. You can install this in about 10 minutes. You don't have to get out your die grinder and your Sawzall and risk scratching up a customer's bumper or your brand new bumper that you're trying to cut a flush mount light into. So from a legacy Quattro standpoint, that's most of the features. Now let's talk about the Quattro Supremes that were just released at SEMA this year. This is a one-of-a-kind light. This takes all the cool stuff in the Grande, the direct wiring, the trigger wires, the sorcery wand, but then we've combined it with an absolute cutting-edge circuit board and brand new LED technology, whole new optic, everything in this. It looks like a Quattro, but it is a new light. What's so cool about this is that it's an 80-watt light, so you get a little bit of a power increase, but I can take 80 watts and I can put 80 watts into the spot beam, or 80 watts into the flood beam, or 80 watts into all of the beam, and then I still have a 50-watt floodlight. So from a mode standpoint, and these Quattro Supremes, I'm going to take my sorcery wand that you learned all about on the Grande, and I'm going to turn on one mode. So the first mode, when you turn it on, is going to be high. So scrolling through, I've got low combo. Then I've got high spot. And what's so cool about that is it's hard to tell in the video, but that is 80 watts of spot beam. Then I've got low spot beam. Then I've got 80 watts of drive beam. So you can take all the power and put it into the drive beam, or you can take all the power, put it into the spot beam, or you can take all the power and put it into a combo beam. So now we go back to low drive. Now, just like the Grandes, going fast and having a narrow beam is good, but going slow and having a wide beam is just as important. These Quattro Supremes have a 50-watt flood beam that's your rock crawl light, that's your going slow light. We also include a medium backlight in these, which you'll see as we start releasing products in the next year where that's going to get applied to. And then, of course, we've got the backlight. And then it resets back to high beam combo. So 80 watts, but you can have 80 watts in any channel. 80 combo, 80 spot, 80 flood. It's an amazing light. So essentially you have 4 full power beams in this. This light has all the zones in it. You don't have to pick where you want it to go. This light's going to have everything you need in it. The Quattro Supreme is amazing. Me personally, I've been working on the circuit board for close to 3 years because I knew when we started Nacho, this was the ultimate in versatility. Full power in every single beam. So we released it, we're standing behind it, and it is amazing. That's a quick overview on all the Quattro line. Of course, if you've got any questions, any of us would be happy to help. Thanks for watching.